Here's Jack Bogey.
Hello. All right now. Come on. Seriously, come on. No. Did you guys hear the latest news, huh? How about them Yankees, huh? 4-0 sweep, huh? But on a more serious note, there was an assassination attempt on our president by Puerto Rican nationalists. Thank God there weren't Cubans, though, am I right? Or else the job would have been done. Stop, come on. Guys, come on. Seriously, come on. You know, speaking of Cubans, what time is it? It's time for our first guest, Fidel Castro. Alright, Fidel. Now, I've heard a lot about you, but I've never met you. So let me just say, first and foremost, it's nice to meet you. So, we all know the man, the myth, the legend. Fidel Castro, the dictator. But I want to know you as a kid. So tell me a little about yourself as you as a kid.
Thank you, Jack, for the question. My youth was a little how do you say complicado. Me father was an immigrant from Spain. He made his fortune off of sugarcane on the same farm that I was born from. Things didn't work out well with my mother and my father. He ran off. Get this. He ran off with the housemaid, his little mistress. After that, I was sent off to how do you say private education. And let's just say I was a lot to handle.
All right. Now, after elementary school and after high school, I've heard you accomplished a lot in law. It says here. So tell me a little about yourself there.
So after high school, I went to study law in Havana.
Anyone from Havana here?
And it was there I was told I was politically illiterate, which I took offense to. I got involved with student activism as the natural born leader I am. It was there I took the platform of very anti-imperialist. I didn't like imperialism, and I ran for El Presidente, El Colegio, on the platform of honesty, integrity, and decency. After I failed the election, I lost it quite miserably. That's where I joined the party of the Cuban people. It was there we led attacks against the El Presidente Batista. I didn't like Batista. Things got so dangerous, things got so chaotic that I had to surround myself with 25 gunmen, on average, 25 gunmen.
Whoa. What, are we safe here?
Come on. After these attacks, I was seen as how do you say criminal by Batista, and I was thrown in jail. Here I was set to solitary confinement. I got to read. I read the Communist Manifesto by Marx. I read works by Lenin, even Shakespeare. It was here where I really found my political scope. And it was here where I gave my famous speech, "History will absolve me." I'm still proud of that one. I was so influential that I got all the prisoners to fight for me, to argue with me, to even sometimes help me break out, even though those weren't successful.
Fidel, it just seems like you live such a interesting, fascinating, adventurous, some would say, adventurous life. I mean, well, Fidel, from my understanding of the situation, you're not still in jail, well, because you're right here. So how'd you get out of jail? I guess that's my question. How did you get out of jail?
Now, Batista is, how do you say, idiota. I led these attacks against him, and then he sees me as a non-threat, which I took offense to. So he released me from prison, which I still don't know why he did. I fled to Mexico with my brother. here is where we got a militia of 81 men. We rounded soldiers, we rounded boys, we rounded men who were against Batista and his values, and we took to Cuba.
And I'm assuming that was successful, as well, you're standing in front of me as the one, the only Fidel Castro.
Well, I guess you could say it was somewhat successful. Lost a couple battles, won a couple battles, but in the end, I did defeat Batista. It was then I took my reign. I then went on to establish many communist beliefs. I imprisoned my enemies, and I took total control. Some would call me a dictator. I would call myself a dictator.
Well, you must be quite the leader then, huh? As a good-looking guy myself, I do quite well with the ladies, huh? So I'm wondering, how do you do, Fidel?
Well, it's funny you say that, Jack. My first wife, she actually joined Batista in the Department of Interior. I was outraged. What an insult. So we went on to divorce each other. But after I got out of prison, I had many children. I had 2 mistresses. Each I had children with those. But the one son I regret losing was to my first wife. She won him. She raised him with non-communist beliefs, and I regret. Excuse me. I regret that to this day. But yes, I'm very successful with the ladies. I can tell you are too, Jack, huh? Huh?
Alright, that's enough. A word from our sponsor.
A swallow away.
Bless that relief-giving Alka-Seltzer.
For that headache, upset feeling, take Alka-Seltzer. Relief is just a swallow away.
Welcome back to the Jack Bogey Show, huh? Who's excited for our guest here, huh? We were in the middle of a conversation. Let's get back to that. Now, Fidel, I gotta ask. What's your take on the Kennedys, huh?
Well, Jack, come on. I'm not how you say a big fan. Now don't get me wrong, Jackie, she's a looker. But those 2 brothers, huh? What are we gonna do with those brothers, huh? They tried to have me killed, Jack. Come on now. You didn't hear of this? The Bay of Pigs? It's very famous. They let's just say they failed. No one can kill Fidel. Let's just be straight with that.
You know, Fidel, that's actually funny you bring that up. Because that brings us to our next segment. Why the Bay of Pigs failed!
You know, people always ask me, why did they fail at the Bay of Pigs? And Americans have their theories. The Chinese have their theories. Even the Russians have their theories. But I tell them straight up why they failed at the Bay of Pigs. And it's not some complicated, complex plan. It's as simple as PEF. Poorly planned, poorly executed, and poorly funded. PEF. And, well, if we're talking about the true reason, it's because no one kills Fidel. I'm Fidel. I'm still standing. No one kills Fidel. Got it? Oh, and death to America. This guy, he cracks me up. He's a joker. He truly is. Yeah, I'm not joking. Okay. Well, on that note, we gotta wrap up. Sadly, El Presidente went a little too long, and we didn't have enough time for our next guest. But thankfully, our next guest has a little song for us, huh? Stank, my man, you ready? Everyone, Stank Finatra. If our lips should meet in amorata, kiss me sweet in amorata, hold me close and say you're mine, with a love as warm as wine. I'm at heaven's door in amorata, want you more
more and more enamorada. You're a symphony, very beautiful sonata, my enamorada. Say that you're my sweetheart, my one and only sweetheart. Say that you're my sweetheart, my love.